everyone, this is Anna Maria with Henschel Chiropractic. We're going to talk about IT bands. So your IT band, I've got a helpful little stripe right here on the side of my leggings, is essentially this right here, right? It's a tendon that extends all the way from your pelvis down to your tibia. And it is, just juicy and delicious and is like really tight on almost everyone, but in particular, really tight on runners, on cyclists, on hikers, anybody who's doing this movement in the sagittal plane over and over and over is gonna feel a lot of tension here. And when you don't address it, it can cause hip problems, it can cause knee problems, you can feel pain even all the way down into your ankles. So we gotta keep it loose. And how do we do that? Well, there's two great ways to do it. We can stretch it and we can foam roll it. I'm gonna start with stretching it. There are a couple of different ways that you can do this. I'll show you the one that I don't like the most. But mostly because for a lot of people, not for me because I'm a yoga teacher, but for a lot of people, simply the act of standing in a forward fold is already brutal enough without adding an IT band stretch on top of it. But if you happen to be flexible enough that you can bring your fingertips down to the mat, right now I'm going to take my left leg, I'm going to swing it all the way behind and over to the outside of that right leg and start to walk my hands off the right side of the mat and fold. Now I'm going to feel this all the way down the outside of my left leg. That right leg, front leg's going to be bent, back leg is straight. Okay, and then you can walk and do the other side. Right leg is going to swing behind the outside of your left leg. Walk your hands off the left side of the mat and fold. Whew. All right, that's enough of that. So if you have that masochistic personality, have at it. Go for it. This one's a little bit better, but I'm going to warn you, anytime we are stretching the IT band, I mean, it's going to be uncomfortable, yeah? So you're going to lie back and grab your strap. And again, if you don't have a yoga strap, you can just use a belt, right? It doesn't have to be anything formal. So right now I'm going to take my strap and I'm going to loop it around the arch of my right foot and grab both ends of the strap in my right hand. Now, take a moment here. While we're here, you might as well stretch the hamstrings. If this pulls on your low back, you're going to keep a soft bend in your left knee, okay? Right. And remember, when you're stretching your hamstrings, right, you want that leg straight. And if that means that your leg is way out here, if it doesn't even get to 90 degrees, but you're feeling a stretch on the back of your leg, yeah, great. That's your hamstring stretch, right? That's where we are, and that's okay. Eventually you'll be able to pull it in, yeah? And now let's go for the IT band stretch. So bring your right leg right above your right hip. You're going to grab the strap with your left hand. So both ends of the strap in your left hand, and give yourself enough slack that you can let that left shoulder relax down onto the ground. You're going to take your right hand, your right thumb and your index finger, and you're going to sort of jam it into your right hip. Don't let your right hip lift up off of the ground. You're just going to cross the midline of your right foot over to the left without anything else lifting up. I only moved about 6 inches, right? And the stretch going all the way down the outside of my right leg, I mean, the struggle is real, guys. So it doesn't take very much. Gonna try and hold that for 30 seconds. And then come out of it. And we'll find the other side. Now I've got my left foot in the strap. I've got both ends of the strap in my left hand. I'm gonna relax that left shoulder down. We'll find a little hammy stretch here while we're here. If it feels good to straighten your right leg too, you can. If it doesn't, don't. And then we'll move that left foot so it's straight over your left hip. Extend your right leg long. And now grab both ends of the strap with your right hand. Use your left hand to push down into your left hip and keep it down. And then again, this is a small movement. Just slowly, barely sending that left heel past the midline. Over to the right, you'll immediately feel that really big, intense stretch. Which reminds me of something pretty important, right? When we're stretching, if you're stretching and the intensity is so big that you're clenching your teeth, right? Back off. You are going way too far. Like your body does not respond well to brute force when it comes to stretching and flexibility. You want it to always to work around 70%. That's how you get into it the best. Okay, so now we've got our foam rolling. And if you've never foam rolled your ITBand, boy, are you in for a treat. You're gonna lift yourself up, scoot your foam roll so that it's right underneath your hip. I'm gonna send this front leg long, so that's my right leg there. My left leg's gonna be bent behind. And I'll start to inch using the support, right? So that left leg is helping me regulate the intensity. And I'll start to work my way, roll over that foam roller. And the same goes for all sort of trigger point massages, where when you get to a spot that's really talking like, wow, that's really talking on me. Your mission is to stay and breathe and wait until it subsides, right? And again, if it's so much that you're like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore, back off a little bit, yeah? You'll make it all the way down to your knee. Whoop. And then make it all the way back. You can do that with a massage ball as well on the ground. That's not less intense. I would actually categorize that as even worse. So your choice. Be patient, move slowly, always respect when your body is screaming. It's trying to talk to you, so don't overdo it. I hope you find relief, and I hope this helps. Any questions, of course, you can call the clinic.